Consider the following scenario. A doctor is giving her patient the results of some tests, and the prognosis is bad. It's really bad. During the session, the patient becomes emotional. And in response to this, the doctor begins to cry. Now, is this an appropriate response? Indeed, is it professional? Well, studies have shown that doctors, on the whole, prefer to remain both objective and emotionally detached at all times, partly to reduce the risk of emotional burnout. But ironically, those same studies have shown that patients would actually prefer to see more empathy from their doctor. Okay, but clearly there's a limit. The doctor has to maintain a balance between objectivity and empathy, and in doing so chooses perhaps just a little bit to remain a little bit less human as a result. A robot doctor will never suffer emotional burnout, but should an artificial intelligence demonstrate empathy? I've got 2 daughters, and I had a great idea recently. I said to them, girls, do you not think it would be absolutely amazing if Alexa talked to us more like a human being? Oh, God, Dad, don't be ridiculous. Alexa's just a robot. That would be, like, totally weird. Well, okay. But studies have shown that humans are capable of creating a very real affinity with an artificial intelligence if it appears human-like enough. And Alexa helps here because she allows us to interact with her in the most natural, human way possible, our voice. In 2017, I led a project to create an artificial intelligence that we could interact with in a very natural way. Her name was Lorraine. We trained Lorraine to appear more human by saying something like, "Hey, Ben, it's good to speak to you again. Did your wife like those flowers you bought her last week?" The result? Yeah, it was really creepy. Apparently, my kids were right. But our work on Lorraine has shown that voice interfaces do indeed make an artificial intelligence more human-like. And that creepiness is a phenomenon that Japanese robotics professor Masahiro Mori described way back in the 1950s as the uncanny valley. That moment where a robot just approaches but just falls short of a human-like appearance. Breaking our affinity in the process. But I agree with Professor Mori here, where he suggests that we absolutely have to try and create an artificial intelligence to be not too human, but just human enough to be useful. And it is my opinion that we absolutely have to consider that voice interfaces are absolutely fundamental to mainstream adoption of artificial intelligence. But we have to be cautious not to try and create an AI too much in our own image, or else risk a potentially dangerous descent into the uncanny valley.